The Daemon Ashtaroth, the keeper of old wounds, a true esoteric story of temptation, chains, and the healing hidden in confrontation. Not all chains are iron. Some are memories. Some are regrets. Some are the whispers that call you back into the very pain you swore you escaped. Ashtaroth is the daemon of those wounds, not to keep you trapped, but to test whether you are strong enough to walk past the voice that says, return. It was easier in the chains. Astaroth's form is haunting. He comes as a beautiful angel, wings once radiant but now shadow-streaked, a crown of serpents whispering doubts, and eyes that look like every lover who ever betrayed you. He tempts not with pleasure, but with familiar despair, because the hardest addiction is not joy, it is suffering that feels like home. Once, a healer named Marin carried scars from a past of cruelty. She had escaped her abuser, rebuilt her life, and yet at night, she longed for the comfort of what she once knew, even though it had nearly killed her. She told herself she had healed, but the whisper was always there. You'll never be whole without me. One night, as she lit her altar candles, the flame bent backwards, the air chilled, and there stood Astaroth, radiant and ruinous. He offered her a chalice. Drink and forget the pain. Return to what you were. Chains can feel like comfort if you polish them enough. Marin trembled. She wanted to drink. She wanted to silence the ache. But then she looked into the chalice, and instead of escape, she saw her own reflection, weary, broken, hollow-eyed. Ashtaroth smiled. This is the test, not whether you can flee your wound, but whether you can face it and refuse to love it more than yourself. Marin dropped the chalice. The vision shattered. The shadowed angel faded, leaving only silence. And for the first time, the whisper was gone. She became known as the breaker of old wounds, a guide for others trapped not by enemies, but by the temptation to crawl back into pain they mistook for love. Sometimes the real temptation is not lust, not power, not gold, but the wound that tells you, open quote, you belong here in sorrow, close quote. Astaroth teaches freedom is not escaping once, it is refusing to return. Next, Daemon Beleth, the rider of unclaimed passion, a tale of love, desire, fear, and the power of standing in the fire without letting it consume you.